Higher performing organizations, the managers look at their job as creating a high performing organization, right? The people down in the trenches, their job is, creating great products or creating great results, all of that. The manager's jobs is to create an organization that is healthy and high performing so that the organization will naturally produce great results. And so helping, managers and leaders in the organization start to make that shift from, oh, I got to make sure the stuff gets done to, oh, I've got to grow this organization, the people and the capacity and the capabilities so that the work will naturally get done. I don't have to manage the work. So those are things I'd be on the lookout for. Too much work in progress, people not in touch with why we're doing what we're doing, and managers who are too focused on the work and not so focused on like the health of the organization.
Yeah. The thing that sticks in my head as well is the reminder when you're a support org or you're doing the tickets, finding some places where you can remind those people that are doing those tickets how you're actually affecting your customer or the person that, all these different tickets is just clicking a box. No, this is actually helping. And I think that reminder is huge. That gets lost quite a bit. So I'm going to go back to my leaders and make sure we have the reminder. That's huge. And I think I can see how that could build morale and build some purpose. And once again, it seems simple, but oh my God, maybe I've thought about it years ago, but I forgot. So that's a really good reminder. So I appreciate that one. Last question type segment. And this is not even a sports related segment, but more of a HR selfish related segment. I'm in HR. I am curious as to where do you see HR and Agile working and how can we work better? Like what could HR do better if we were thinking about it through the lens of Agile?
Yeah. So if I think about HR's mission in terms of what I was just talking about, like how do we create a happier, healthier, more productive work environment? Then doing that work, right? Like organizational work and organizational change and organizational improvement work is definitely complex work. And so I think that agile approaches like Scrum, for example, are really appropriate for that. So I think that's one way these two things can fit together, right? Because if you're trying to help people work better together, that's really complex. So you're going to have to try things. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to inspect and adapt. The other thing, and this is more specific to environments where we're trying to actually create teams, is recognizing that perhaps some of the traditional HR practices that we hold very tightly to uh, actually don't support teams very well. And a classic one here is the traditional performance review, right? It's like I've seen this in organizations that adopt Scrum, where it's all about the team and the team being high performing and the team delivering great products. And then once a year, right, the managers come around and say, "Oh, okay, Brian, tell me why you should get a higher raise than everybody else on the team," right? And so an idea that I saw one of our clients try and have reasonably good success with was they revamped their performance review system for all the people who were on teams. And the way they did it was part of it, the performance part was actually team based. So there was a whole way of like teams had a team performance and health score that was kind of co-developed with the teams. It was kind of cool. And then half of your performance score at the end of the year was your team's score.
I love that.
And so you're incented to, what can I do to have my team be healthy, to have my team perform better? The other half of the individual score was from the manager, and it was all around professional development. So it wasn't around delivery. It wasn't tell me what things you delivered. Did you accomplish goals X, Y, and Z in terms of delivering stuff? It was all about increasing your capabilities. How did you become a more valuable contributor? What new skills did you develop, et cetera? So everybody had a professional growth plan, and they were working with their manager to make progress on their own personal growth plan. And so half of their performance review was, how are you doing with that?
I love that. And that's, if you're going to build a tool to help an organization, that's probably where you would start in that realm.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think there's probably a real opportunity for, HR systems and tools that are more aligned with teams and team-based behaviors.
I love that. And once again, like you've been just dropping gems this entire time of things where I need to go back to how I can apply this to the teams I help. Last segment, this has just been amazing. I really appreciate this. The last segment is called the 2-minute drill.
Oh, goodness.
Quick questions, quick answers, rapid fire questions. All right. What's the best advice you've ever received about working on a team?
Listen.
Okay.
Listen way more than you talk.
Listen more than you talk. What's one agile buzzword you'd love to retire?
Velocity. It's a concept that can be useful, but it has been so abused and so weaponized that, yeah, I see way too much unhealthy focus there.
Okay. What's a leadership trait that's overrated?
The whole like work ethic, like working hard, pulling long hours, being a workaholic. Again, that's more about what you're doing, not what you're delivering.
I don't know if you saw there's a CEO I think in San Francisco which during the interview process said you will be working 80 to 90 hours a week. Are you in or now out? And that was like his actual pitch to people. And he has, of course, a bunch of people that said no, but that was actually something that people got drawn to. And I can't understand how you can even be effective at 80 to 90 hours. So
Yeah, I think for most people, right, past a certain point, our productivity goes down. And then if you're doing really complex work, for example, writing code, your productivity probably goes negative because you're probably introducing defects and problems at a higher rate the more hours you work.
and I've seen what's a 4 to 6 hours a day. If you go past that, there's probably other studies that have given numbers. Yeah, you're not helping yourself at the end of the day by overdoing it. All right, fill in the blank. The best teams I've ever seen always.
Celebrated successes.
Forget about that all the time. All right, last question. You have your own company, Agile Learning Labs. This is what you do is you help people. How can I reach you? How can people reach you? Tell me more about what you do. Give us the website again. I just want to make sure people can connect
Yeah.
with you right after this.
Well, I appreciate that. The best way to find out about all the stuff I'm up to and that Agile Learning Labs is up to is come check us out on our website, agilelearninglabs.com. A couple of things that I'd love to just call out, promote a little bit. A couple of times a month, I hold free open office hours. The schedule's on the website, and basically people drop in, they ask questions, they get free coaching. And not only do they get to hear what does Chris think, but we've got a community of regular participants in the office hours, a bunch of really smart people, again, with very diverse backgrounds. And so people chime in and give advice from their perspective. It's a really a rich community. It's a great place to come get support. It's also a great place to build your network and all of that.
And that
And
we
then,
can find from your website.
yep, absolutely. And then the other thing I'll call out, since this is all about career stuff, is for people who are job seekers, all of the public workshops that we offer can be accessed for half price. Go to agilelearninglabs.com. You'll find the link to our job seekers page. And yeah, for people who are
That's
looking
huge.
for work, you can get, Scrum certification courses and stuff like that for half price.
I really love that. That's huge. Wow. I've never heard anybody say that and call that out. And that's unfortunately it's ticking up a little bit. You said there's YouTube. Do you have a YouTube page
So
channel as well?
Agile Learning Labs YouTube channel, and you can find us directly on YouTube. You can also get there from our website.
All right. First of all, Season, if you're listening, thank you. Chris, this has been amazing.
Oh my goodness, Season, thank you for making this connection. This was so much fun, and yeah, so thank you,
Yeah.
Season.
Thank you for sharing your wisdom, your story. This is just a straightforward, real conversation about what we should be and could be doing better. To everyone listening, I hope that you take something from this, and this could be a playbook, and this could be a roadmap on how to be better, how to make your teams better, even HR, how we can be better.